and liberty. Oh, sorry, wrong speech. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the administration, faculty, school board members, fellow classmates, family, friends, and all gathered here tonight for this graduation ceremony. I'd like to take this time to give our teachers recognition for the hours and hours of work they put in to educate us here at Waynesburg Central High School. You're doing an excellent job. If you keep on working as hard as you do, who knows how many honorary presidential scholarship recipients there will be in the future. Let us not forget the 7 teachers leaving us today. Mrs. Teresa Albert, Mr. Joseph Erisman, Mrs. Marion Berryhill, Mr. Charles Berryhill, Mr. John Clarchek, Mrs. Jane Cole, and Mr. Jim Winters. You each will be missed greatly. The class of '93 wishes each of you the best and most fulfilling retirement that you can possibly have. The memories that you have left us with will last us longer than a lifetime, and that we are grateful. I would like to give a special thanks to Mrs. Darla Yanachek, Mrs. Sandy Buttermore, Mr. John Clarchek, Mr. James Crusoe, Mr. Carl Marigold, for standing behind me and helping me throughout the senior year. Let's have a round of applause for these teachers. I'd also like to give a special thanks to my lovely parents, my brother, my sister, for standing behind me, having patience with me, and teaching me respect and responsibility. You're the greatest, and I love you much. Very much. This year has been the greatest year of my 4 years at the high school. Nobody could ask for anything better. When selected as senior class president, I didn't take it too seriously. Neither did many other people. However, as the year progressed, I found out the responsibilities that were expected of me, and I carried them out as best as I could. The main goal of our senior year was the senior trip, which was a great success and a very enjoyable trip. And just think, Ms. Yanachek, no handcuffs or broken windows. We raised most of the money by selling lollipops. We sold over 11,500 lollipops. A lot of suckers. As a community service, the senior class sponsored a very successful blood drive. These successes would not have been accomplished had not the senior class become united and so cooperative. You guys are the greatest. Good luck in all that you do, and may God bless each and every one of you. Mr. Barbaro, I present to you the class of 1993.
At this time, I'll turn the ceremonies over to Mr. Lemley, the assistant principal at the high school, for recognition of honored graduates and presentation of our valedictorian and salutatorian, as well as our foreign exchange student. Mr. Lemley.
I'd like to first say that all of us are very happy to have Abraham Lincoln with us tonight. There are 3 speakers from the student body for this evening. The first is our foreign exchange student from the Rotary Exchange Program. She is from Visted, Denmark. She's the daughter of Niels and Inger Borgholm. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Kirsten Borgholm.
But when August came, I got very nervous. What if I can't communicate with these people? What if they won't accept me? But people pushed me. They told me to go. Told me that I was going to see places in America that no other European would get the chance to see. Told me that this was my big chance. So off I went, off to make my dream come true. Now looking back, I can say, of course I saw a lot of places in America, and it was fantastic. But I also got so much more. I got to be a part of two great American families, the Browns and the Jacobs. It was a real treat. I got the two greatest families in foreign exchange students who ever wanted. Also getting accepted so fast by my friends here at Waynesburg Central High School was more than I ever wished for. And I got so many memories. Memories about school dances, class activities, the prom, and memories that nobody ever will be able to take away from me. I would like to thank my principal and the assistant principal, Ms. Lumley and Barbara. You've been two great friends of me, and you have helped me so much to make my year go as well as it did. To Mrs. King, my guidance counselor, I felt I could talk to you about anything. To my teachers, whom I all enjoyed, and to Rotary, who made my year over here possible. I don't know how I will ever be able to thank them enough. And a special thank you to my two host families, Browns and Jacobs. You'll always have a special place in my heart. And last but not the least, to all my friends in class of 93, I wish you all the best luck in the future. I will miss you all. All I can say is that for me, this is not the end. It is just the beginning of lifelong friendships and lifelong memories. Thank you for making my dream come true.
Thank you, Kirsten. The next speaker is the salutatorian of the graduating class. His grade point average over 4 years at the high school is 4.103. That's on a scale of 4. He's the son of James T. Connors II and Charlotte Connors of RD5 Waynesburg. Ladies and gentlemen, a fine scholar, Justin Connors. You'll notice as Justin leaves, he'll stop near Mr. Barbaro over here to my left to accept his medallion for his status in the class. Justin Connors.
In the interest of the health of all concerned here tonight, I'm going to cut this down and keep it very brief. So James has enough time to speak. We can all get out of here before it reaches 150 degrees. I'm going to begin with the story. About 2 months ago, Mr. Barbaro called me down to his office. He said, Justin, I'm making up a program for graduation, and it looks like you're going to be the salutatorian for your class. Of course, I didn't want to look stupid in front of Mr. Barbaro, so I said, okay, walked out. At the time being, I had no idea what the word salutatorian meant. I figured he just made it up, so I wanted to feel bad when I went to James. So I went home and broke out the dictionary, looked it up. Salutatorian, the graduating student who's usually second highest in rank, but in some institutions gives a welcoming speech at commencement exercises. I thought, okay, now I know what it means. But as I thought about this more, the definition really started to worry me. And the one word that worried me in there was the word second. I really didn't like the sound of that word. It made me sound like I hadn't achieved what I had set out to achieve. So I decided I'm sure there's a better way to make this sound better. So I got out this sorry, Mrs. Stiles. Okay. And I found these words. Alternate, fill in, substitute, stand in, number 2, lesser, inferior, unimportant, extra. Needless to say, this wasn't helping me very much. So I thought to myself, so I'm sure there's some people who have come in second place and done it with great dignity and great But as I was thinking about this, it dawned on me what I was really doing. I was attempting to justify and explain to myself why I had come in second and not in first. Why I had not achieved my goal of being valedictorian in my class. I realized something else this time too. It's not the fact that I came second is what really mattered. It is how I came to become second that was important. Marcus Cicero, a Roman statesman of Julius Caesar's time, once said that if a man aspires to the highest place, it is no dishonor to him to halt the second, or even the third. When I first read this, I didn't believe it. I want to be first. I'm sorry, I'm a little egotistical. But as I thought about it, I believe that Cicero really meant that if someone has a goal, and if they try their best to achieve that goal, then it doesn't really matter if they achieve it or not. As long as the place one earns is gained by diligence and hard work, and not just settle for it, then it can be considered a success and not a failure. You only fail when you fail to try. This may very well be the last time that many of the 200 people seated in front of me ever hear my voice. For years, we've known exactly what our goals were: to succeed in school, to graduate from school, success on the sports field, whatever. But when we leave here tonight, we'll be headed in 200 different directions, 200 completely different individual dreams. But whatever your goals are, go after them wholeheartedly, or don't go after them at all. If you achieve your goal, then congratulations, you are number one. But if you don't, then as long as you've tried your best, you are still number one in your heart, whether you come in second, third, or whatever. I am very proud to be second in this wonderful class, and very proud to be second to Janice. Accept second place when it is what you achieve, but never so. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. The top student in the class is called the valedictorian. Now, I suppose we're going to get another lesson in vocabulary. This young lady compiled a grade-point average over her four-year career of 4.136. Again, it's on a scale of 4. She is the daughter of Jerron and Katie Desai of Waynesburg. Ladies and gentlemen, another fine scholar, Janice Desai.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. 0 scored, and 4 years ago, our parents brought forth in this school a new class, conceived in naivety and dedicated to the proposition that all freshmen are created bumbling fools. As a class, we've come far from our freshman days of waiting for non-existent elevators and stumbling around the hallways looking for our classrooms. We've become mighty seniors, sure of ourselves and our abilities. Commencement celebrates our accomplishments during our student years that have led to this transformation. This is not to say that the accomplishment of graduation from Waynesburg Central is ours alone, however. For our teachers, parents, family, and friends who have supported and sustained us, we can recognize them by their smiles, products of their great pride in our achievements. The love and encouragement of our parents have been our inspiration as we journey towards adulthood. Our parents cheered us on at football games, chauffeured us to practices, and attended our concerts. Who sat in the parking lot at midnight to pick us up after competitions and away days? Our parents. Whenever we were disappointed, they consoled us and helped us back on our feet again. They clutched the dashboard of the car as we learned to parallel park. To the broad parents in the audience, we are each one of the most important persons in their lives, and they care about us very much. The faculty and teachers also truly care about us. We wouldn't be here today if it were not for their patience and understanding in explaining lessons and accepting way humbly. When I talk to students from other schools, I often hear that they only see their teachers under classroom situations. Not at Waynesburg. I believe that every teacher here wants to get to know his or her students on a more personal basis. Anytime we meet them, we can always go to them and talk to them about anything, whether it be our classes or our personal lives. We, the students at Waynesburg Central, are fortunate to have such a devoted faculty. Good education doesn't seem progress begin with a dream. However, we can't just think of an idea and then sit back and wait for something to happen. We must believe in ourselves and our ability to reach our goals and be willing to work towards fulfilling our dreams. We'll eventually reach the point where the dream has been realized, is real, and is no longer a mere figment of our imagination. One of my own dreams is that Waynesburg Central will continue to improve until it gains statewide and nationwide recognition. I leave it to the remaining students to continue the tradition of pursuing excellence. Listen to your parents and teachers. Get involved. Start new activities. Nothing is impossible. We are proud of our honor water, and someday we hope the school will be proud of us. As we leave here then, take with us more than the knowledge we gain. We'll take with us our young idealism and youthful energy. I wish all of you the best of luck in pursuing your dreams. Everyone and everything that has entered my life made an impression and has helped to shape the person I am today. I find myself caught between wanting to hold on to the past and yearning to go and face the future. While I wish
Think it's even picking her up?
you
think it's even picking her up?
But we'll stay in touch. Someday many of us will return to Waynesburg and will return our time and talents to the community just as we have received its blessings. We'll take with us our memories of the glamorous evening at the prom, trying to fall asleep in short positions while riding coaches all the way down to the Peach Bowl and Disneyland, and enjoying the camaraderie of being together at Cedar Point. The list is endless. Continuations can be found anytime during the years. I'll always remember Waynesburg Central High School. I will especially treasure the memories of the time I spent with the people who made Waynesburg such a special place. It was Richard S. Long once wrote, "Don't be dismayed at goodbyes. Care what was necessary before we can meet again. The meeting again, after moments of lifetimes, is certain for those who are friends." Thank you.
Thank you, Janice. We wish to honor the top achievement in the other 5 tracks of our curriculum. Each of these students compiled a grade point average which placed him or her at the top of a chosen track. As I call them up one at a time, they will meet Mr. Barbaro here, and he will place a medallion around their necks. The highest ranking student in the academic track, the grade point average of 3.919, is Amy Brzozowski, the daughter of Dale and Kathy Brzozowski of Waynesburg. Amy, #1 student in liberal arts with an average of 3.784 is Harry Harrod. Harry is the son of Harry and Susan Harrod of Eastview, Waynesburg. The leading vocational student is Jason Robinson. He's the son of Jesse and Sharon Robinson of Waynesburg. His career average is 3.737. average is 2.962. Now I call forward the members of the senior choir. Becky Armstrong, Chastity Burgess, Emily Boland, Angie Bebout, Lori Maley, Greg Cook, Bonnie Bader, Georgia Cumberledge, Tina Moore, Mary Alice Shipman, Dina St. Clair, Angela Tolley, Dale Young, and Elizabeth Dietz. The senior members of the choir will sing a selection by Curran Jennings, "When the Good Times Come Again." Thank you very much. Also, thank you to Mrs. Bridget Montgomery, the choir director. We begin now a series of presentations to members of the graduating class. Our first presenter is a member of the local bar association who will present a couple of awards for the Elks Club, Mr. Harry Kinselman.
Each year, the Elks National Foundation grants awards to vocational students throughout the United States. This year, 12 students in Pennsylvania were granted these awards, which, depending on the student and the program which the student will follow, values $1,000 for each of 2 years. Waynesburg Lodge is very proud that 3 of these 12 awards in Pennsylvania have been granted to students of the Greene County Vo-Tech School. And you will be pleased that 2 of those 3 award winners are members of the class of 93 of Waynesburg Central High School. So I would like at this time to recognize
Too much time.
those 2 award winners and call Elizabeth Burris and Jason E. Robinson.
Thank you, Mr. Kinselman. The next award will be made by Terry Harding, graduate of Waynesburg Central, class of 1988.
I'm here to present the scholarship in memory of Jennifer Arnaz. Jenny was an outstanding student. And when she attended an activity, she achieved great success. Outstanding as she was, though, she never fully received the recognition she deserved. And tragically, she lost her life in an automobile accident just after her freshman year at Penn State University. And on behalf of the class of 1988, I would like to present the award. He is not. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Now a presentation will be made by Elder Keller, member of the faculty of Waynesburg Central and president of the Central Greene Education Association.
On behalf of all the faculty of Central Greene Education Association, I would like to present the Central Greene Education Association Scholarship. It is awarded on 4 basic principles: on academic record, on extracurricular activities, community service, honors, and awards that the student has received. We had 18 applicants, I'm happy to say, this year, and I just found out this week the one who was receiving the award did not know it until I told him. I'd like to build in his background. It is Eric Marshall. He is the son of Frankie and Larry Marshall. He has an academic record over the 4 years ranging from 3.214 his freshman year to 3.259 his sophomore year, to 3.309 his junior year, and finally 3.383 when the application was submitted. I think that's great. He's improved every year. I think that's wonderful accomplishments on Eric's part. He's also been in several extracurricular activities, including soccer, wrestling, Spanish club, grapplers club, soccer club, chess club, and intramural volleyball. As far as community service, he's a volunteer fireman for Waynesburg Volunteer Fire Company. He has worked with the Greene County Youth Soccer Association for giving some of his time, his church youth group, and the church administrative council. His honors would be among Civics Awards, the World Culture 10C Award, American History 11C Award, Who's Who in American Students, and he lettered in both soccer and wrestling. I'd like to present to you Eric Marshall, the recipient of CGA Scholarship.
Thank you, Mrs. Keller. I've made so many introductions tonight. I feel a little bit like the director of a matchmakers club. Here's the last one. He's the man who brought with him down here tonight 200 diploma covers, 7 medallions, numerous scholarships, and United States bonds. Principal of the high school, John Barbaro.
Thank you, Mr. Lemley, and we'll hurry along with the awards so we can give out diplomas. And I promise when we start to give out the diplomas, we'll turn the fans on, which hopefully will cool things off a little bit. The first award tonight that I'll give is the Sprague's Parent-Teacher Organization Award. It was instituted several years ago and is presented to a senior who attended Sprague School and is planning to attend college or technical school. Our winner this year is planning to attend Penn State main campus. It's my pleasure to present this check for $300 to Jason Eddy. Since 1983, the Waynesburg Firemen's Ladies Auxiliary has been presenting an award to a graduating senior in the top 50% of the class, based on formal acceptance to a college or university, ACT or SAT scores, involvement in school activities, and financial need. This year's winner of the 10th annual $250 Waynesburg Ladies Auxiliary Scholarship is Jennifer Gilbert. Danny Humble was an outstanding student and baseball player at Waynesburg Central High School. Danny died of cancer in 1986. He was the son of John Humble and the late Bertha Humble of Waynesburg. Each year, an award is presented in his name to the most valuable player on our baseball team. This year's recipient, our baseball team's most valuable player, Scott Tedrow. Our next award is the Melvina Hagen Estate Scholarship Award. Any Perry Township senior is eligible based on class rank, financial need, course of study selected. Our first $500 winner this evening is Patty Means. And our second $500 winner is Tanya Yeoman. The Brenda M. Donnelly Scholarship is presented each year to a senior residing in Perry Township. It's based on need, class rank, students' acceptance, and an accredited postgraduate school. This year's $1,000 scholarship winner is Patty Means. Each year, Pepsi-Cola donates $1,000 to Waynesburg Central High School. Because we feel that attendance is so important, we decided to use this money for the purchase of savings bonds for those seniors who have 4 years of perfect attendance. When you think about it, that's quite a record. The first senior to receive a $500 U.S. savings bond this evening is Jennifer Gilbert. Recipient, I should say, of a $500 savings bond is David Orban. Our third recipient is Joel Fordyce. And our final perfect attender is Greg Cook. Story, of course, has come to school. It pays off. Our next award is the Anthony Ames Memorial Scholarship Award. Dr. Ames was a 1972 graduate of Waynesburg Central High School. He received his BS degree from West Virginia University in 1976, his PhD from the University of Pittsburgh in 1981. He also did some postdoctoral work at Columbia University in New York City, where he received a National Health Institute grant. He worked for Merck Sharp and Dohme as a research scientist. It was on August 15th of 1982 that Dr. Ames was killed in a small plane crash in New Jersey. In his memory, his family has decided to institute this annual award. The award is presented to a senior who excels in math or science during high school and plans to pursue a career in math or science in college. It gives me great pleasure to present this award for $800 to the winner of the Anthony Ames Memorial Scholarship, Justin Connors. Our final award tonight is the Scott Faddis Memorial Award, which is presented annually in Scott's memory. Scott was a 1987 graduate of Waynesburg Central High School. He was a young man who loved history and politics. As a high school student, he represented Waynesburg Central in Washington, D.C. at a Young Leaders Convention. He majored in history at Shippensburg University, where he completed his sophomore year. It was during the summer of 1989 that he contracted an incurable cancer, which he battled bravely until his death in the spring of 1990. His family created this award in his memory in hopes it will enable other Waynesburg students to fulfill their goals and carry on Scott's dreams. This year's recipient of the annual Scott Faddis Memorial Scholarship for $800 is Kristen Rohan. You know, it's hard to believe another year has come and gone. They go faster as you get older. I think most of you can attest to that. But it's fun to watch the kids grow. I remember this group when they came here in 9th grade, and we always hear the stories about, the class coming up. They say, watch out for this one, look out for that one. But, we enjoyed their 4 years here. I can honestly say they have been a great class. The class of '93 is one we'll always be very proud of. I hope that this is only the beginning of a wonderful life for all of you. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you. And at this time, since the class of 1993 has successfully completed all the requirements, state and local, for graduation, it's my pleasure to present the class of 1993 to the superintendent of the Central Green School District, Mr. Donald Payne.
Members of the class of 1993, tonight's graduation ceremony tells the world that you're now ready to move on to the next stage of your life. You've passed through a very important part of the learning process. I want to emphasize the word part of the process. If that learning process has been completely successful, the one thing that you'll take with you is that there is much more to learn. Tonight, you'll move out into a bigger world where there are more people to know, more jobs, more difficult jobs to do, more experiences to have, and more learning to accomplish. As I look around the gymnasium, I think that there are probably a few grandparents in attendance this evening. Some of you might recall that today, June 4th, marks the anniversary of what is considered to be one of the greatest miracles in military history. It's an event simply known as the Miracle of Dunkirk. During World War II, it was the evacuation of over 300,000 Allied soldiers from the small town of Dunkirk as the Nazi army marched toward them in their conquest of the European continent. Now, some of the graduates seated on the floor tonight would probably lead us to believe that the miracle of Dunkirk pales in comparison to the miracle of them being here tonight, getting ready to receive their diploma. For some of you in the class, the job of getting here was easy. For others, it was much harder. But for all of you, it is an accomplishment that your teachers, your parents, your friends, and I applaud. You've completed an important phase in your education process. I implore you to use it well. Now, Mr. Barbaro, as Superintendent of Schools of the Central Green School District, and on behalf of the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the Board of School Directors in the Central Green School District, I accept these young men and women seated before me for having met the requirements to earn the title of Waynesburg Central High School graduate. And I authorize you to call the roll for the awarding of their diplomas.
At this time, it's my pleasure, first of all, to turn on the fans, and secondly, to present the first diploma of the evening to a young man that came here as a ninth grader, and I can attest to the fact that he was an ornery ninth grader. He certainly has come a long way, and I mean, I have the greatest respect for this gentleman. He has done a wonderful job as president of the class. Mr. Caruso echoes my sentiments. He is the sponsor of the senior class. But he's done a wonderful job, as I said, as a leader of this class of 1993. It's a real pleasure to present the first diploma of the evening to David Lemasters.
Joy Marie Morris. Kirsten Ruth Boholm. Amy Beth Kozlowski. Harry L. Aaron Jr. Jason Evan Robinson. James Carlton Statler. Michelle Lynn Lord. Justin James Connors. Janice Marine Sod. Beth Ann Fisher. Yvonne Michelle Barnhart. Jason Allen Eddy. Stephen Sean Adamson. Catherine Wanda Fahey. Ashley Lynn Vargo. David Michael Mariner. Stephanie Ann Borowski. Michael Dennis Basemeyer. Christopher David Snyder. Timothy William Ackley. Amy Lynn Anderson. Charles Everett Antill. Rebecca Lynn Armstrong. Deanna Heather Baird. Alicia Ann Valmanot. John Francis Barish IV. Jackie Lee Bartholomew. Brandy Lynn Basinger. Angela Dawn Bebow. Stephen Franklin Bennett. Jason Keith Meyer. Michael Burnett Malonic. John L. Black. Robert C. Black. Amy Diane Blake. Willis Gerald Blaker III. Jeremy Allen Blanchard. Jennifer M. Wardley. Grant Edward Boudreaux. Emily Gwen Boland. Holly Nicole Bragg. Eric Thomas Braun. Franklin Brian Brumley. Chastity Irene Francis Burgess. John Chad Aaron Burke. Elizabeth S. Burris. James K. Burton. Deborah D. Gann. Sean Paul Carlson. Beth Ann Carney. Amy Bernice Clayton. David Owen Clutter. Rhonda Arletta Bonner. Gregory J. Cook. Adam Philip Corwin. Craig William Corwin. Angie Marie Koss. Chad Thomas Koss. Holly Lynn Crandall. Donna Marie Crawford. Douglas James Cumberledge. Georgina May Cumberledge. Jared Charles Davis. Claudia Nenji. Stephen Craig Dallin. Rachel Renee Dudley. Jason Everett Delaney. Hank W. Eddy. Kevin Allen Eddy. Stephanie Andrea Ellsworth. Todd Michael Ely. Greg Allen Evans. Bonnie Ann Faddis. Liberty Mecca Finch. Jason Arthur Fitch. Douglas Jonathan Lynn. Daniel Aaron Foley. Joel David Fordyce. Chad Christopher Fox. Jennifer Lynn Gager. Heidi Lynn Garner. Jennifer Lee Gilbert. Craig Allen Greenwood. James Eric Grant. Jesse B. Grant. J. Coy Haynes. Paul Anthony Hanna. Joshua Allen Hartley. Tara Lynn Harvey. Audra Lynn Hockenberry. Adam Quint Hawkins. Michael Byrd Higgins. Karen Elizabeth Heiser. Michelle K. Nixon. Kenneth Paul Houston. Mary Danielle Moy. Tad Gregory Hoy. Terry L. Hoyle II. Randy Keith Hunter Jr. Carolyn Elizabeth Jacob. Jennifer Leah Gerald. Jason David Jesso. Stanley Jean John. Kelly Eugene Jones. Bridget Michelle Keller. John Paul Keller. Paul Ross Kelly. Wendy L. Kennedy. Frank Ralph Tiger. Amy Mae Nisley. Theodore Wayne Nisley. Sean David Lasich. Michelle Lee Mathers. How's this? Angela Lynn Levo. Jennifer Lynn Lewis. Heather Elaine Lippincott. Robert Allen Lippincott. Amy Jo Lubinovich. Garth Brandon Long. Byron Joseph Lorenz. Joyce Ann Lau. Damon Jesse Madlock. Lori Ann Bailey. Christopher Burt Mabel. Harry Christopher Marshall. Jason Lee McCartney. Sean Lee McDougal. Patricia Lynn Means. James Ryan Miller. Crystal Erin Milker. Justin A. Minor. Michael Allen Moore. Patricia Sue Moore Grace. Sharon Ruth Moore. Tina L. Moore. Christopher Wayne Morris. Michael Nicole Morris. Mitzi Leah Morris. Tony Allen Morris. Katrina Leanne Negley. Beth Ann Novotny. Billy Suzanne Novotny. David Michael Orban. Gary Lee Orndorff. Donald Howard Baker. Bruce H. Brine. R. Nicole Phillips. Carl Michael Politico. Charles Eric Powers. Yulela Ann Prevost. Alan K. Graber. Alvin K. Graber. Sheldon E. Graber. Jennifer Lee Rogers. Larry E. Rogers Jr. Roy David Rogers. Hilton Lee Johanna. Paula May Bruce. Jack Daniel Rush. Heather Michelle Santucci. Heidi Dawn Scott. Angie Lynn Seaman. Frank Allen Semple Jr. Kira Lee Scheidt. Mary Alice Shipley. Scott M. Schreiber. Rachel Lynn Schultz. Richard L. Schultz. Tracy Leroy Schultz. Roy Lee Smith. Lowell Otto Squires. Benjamin R. Stahl. Tina Marie St. Clair. Heather Ann Steinmiller. Melanie Z. Stevenson. Robert L. Stevenson III. Douglas D. Steves. Thea Ann Stockdale. James Leon Strait III. Tanya Lynn Stroh. Earl Franklin Teagarden III. Jason Scott Pedro. Elizabeth Ann Teets. Angela Marie Pauley. Michael Joseph Corey. Christopher Sean Tyler Ice. Tina Marie Van Cook. Dawn Allen Victor. Leanne Waters. Shelley Lee Williams. Jason John Wilson. Michael Lee Wilson. Dawn Marie Wood. James W. Wood Jr. Sharon Dawn Wright. Joseph William Yoders. Tanya Ann Yoni. Richard Dale Young II. Brian Zip Zimmerman.
Now we ask that you please rise and join our senior cheerleaders in our alma mater.
Tracy Wilson is also going to graduate. We're sorry about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to give you the class of 1993. Finally, Beth Fisher will close tonight's ceremonies. I'd like to thank all of you for attending, and I ask that you please remain at your seats until the graduates depart. Beth?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and in closing on behalf of the class of 1993, I would first like to thank God, our dedicated teachers, our loving parents and guardians, and also our many relatives and friends for being here tonight. We are grateful for your love, your support, and your guidance through the years that we've been here. And I also want to say that I feel very blessed to be such a part of a wonderful class of so many beautiful people in it. There will always be a special place for each of you guys in my heart, and you're always in my thoughts and in my prayers. And I would just like to leave you with a saying that I found when I was reading my grandfather's autograph book. The future lies before you like a field of pure white snow. So be careful how you tread it, for every track will show. So class of 1993, guard your heart with all diligence, for it is the wellspring of life. May God bless all of you. Thank you.